I'm going to show you how to make a hot sauce braised pot roast. Spicy, rich, hearty, delicious, perfect for a cold weather day.
So to start off, I have just over a 2-pound chuck roast. I want to get maximum flavor out of this meat, so I'm going to give it a dry brine. First thing you want to do is pat the thing dry, and you want to liberally salt all sides of the meat. Generally speaking, you want to go half to 1 teaspoon kosher salt per pound of meat. What the salt's going to do is going to pull out moisture from the meat, which is going to then get reabsorbed back into the meat, flavoring and tenderizing the meat as well. This is one great way to season the meat all the way through. Put this in the refrigerator uncovered for 12 hours. What you're going to notice is that the meat becomes drier on the outside and the red color becomes much darker. Now I want to go over what this hot sauce entails. 14 jalapeños, 2 green bell peppers, 4 garlic cloves, 1 onion, 1 cup of water, and 3/4 cup apple cider vinegar.
Smells amazing, dude. So oven, I'm gonna crank that down to about 300. Nice and roasted looking, smelling good. All those ingredients are nice and soft. This is what you want. A little bit of color on the peppers. Everything into the blender. I love the flavor of roasted peppers. Brings out the sweetness in them. It's good. Right, so all those ingredients are in there. This is a very just quick and simple hot sauce. You could do hotter peppers if you want, habaneros, ghost peppers, whatever you want. I want this nice and acidic, right? Because it's gonna help break down that protein in that chuck. So 3/4 cup vinegar. Gonna go heavy on the vinegar. And then I want to cover the ingredients at least by 3/4 liquid. 1/4 cup of water. Rip it. A little on the thick side, so go in with another 1/4 cup water. So I'm gonna strain the sauce. I want a smooth sauce. Yeah. Mixing bowl, fine mesh. Obviously, you could use hotter peppers in this: serranos, habaneros, ghost peppers, reapers. I like the jalapenos because they have a nice little sweetness to them in the back end, nice and grassy, earthy tones to it. Yeah, good stuff. And a small ladle, just kind of lightly working that sauce through the fine mesh, and we're straining the pulp and the seeds. Don't throw that away though, because you could use that pulp, mix it with a little bit of oil, vinegar, use it as a marinade. We could dry it out, low temp oven, grind it up, mix it with some salt. We gotta taste the sauce, make sure it's on point. I like the consistency on it. It's a little on the thick side. You can thin it out with some water if you want. It's gonna get mixed with beef stock anyway, so it's not that big a deal, but it's kind of thick. It's fucking good, man. Nice and acidic up front, which is what I want. It's a good amount of spice to it. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt just to help pull the flavors together a little bit more. You gotta taste everything in stages as you're cooking, man. If it tastes good during the whole cooking process, you know the end result's gonna be good. It's point.
So here's the ingredients for the rest of the pot roast. 1 sweet potato, 3 carrots, 3 garlic cloves, 8 pearl onion, 2 cups hot sauce, and 2 cups beef stock.
That dry brine, which I did overnight, uncovered in the refrigerator, it's gonna help dry out the exterior of the meat, season the meat throughout, and give it some good flavoring. Barely start to smoke, it's hot, it's what you want. Go in, a couple tablespoons of oil, pat it dry. It's gonna help you get that crust that we're looking for. Yeah, you don't need to season this, it's already been seasoned with that dry brine overnight. And you wanna hear that nice aggressive sizzle. I don't wanna reduce the temperature on the Dutch oven because then you'll botch your crust. So after a couple minutes, you want to check it, see how that crust is doing on the other side. That's good stuff, that's flavor. Now I'm just searing off the side, ensuring that every bite you get is going to be delicious. Reduce the temperature to medium. Go in with 2 cups hot sauce. And then 2 cups beef stock. Everything's just gonna get chucked in right now. Garlic, pearl onions. Pearl onions are nice because they melt into the liquid and makes a nice flavor. Want to go for some oregano today, fresh oregano. I just chuck them in just like that. You can fish them out later. So I'll bring this cooking liquid up to a simmer. I had these sitting in the water so that they didn't oxidize while I was searing off that meat.
After all the sweet potato pieces are in the Dutch oven, I'm placing the pot roast on top of all of those ingredients.
Give this braised liquid a taste to make sure it's on point. That's fucking good. That needs nothing except for time. I don't want to reduce it, so I'm going to keep the lid on tight. You don't need to evaporate any liquid in that.
This is going to go in a preheated oven, 300 degrees for about 3 to 3.5 hours. At the 3-hour mark, the meat's starting to get a little tender, but it's still a little too tough. So I'm going to let this go for about half an hour to 45 minutes more. And what I'm looking for is when I pull on the meat, it pulls apart easily, but it has some sort of tension on it.
So if it's cold and rainy outside and you want something that's hearty, rich, spicy, delicious, then make this pot roast. Dry brining that chuck roast overnight is definitely the meal ticket right there. I'll tell you get a nice flavorful cut of meat. Man, that texture on that meat is just perfect. The potatoes are really nice because they soak up all that flavor from the braising liquid. Just a beautiful dish. The overall flavor profile on this is so nice. It's rich, it's deep, very, very developed. Of course, it's spicy. It's an amazing pot roast, man. So, recipes in the description as always. And get yourself some ingredients and get to cooking. Happy cooking, man.